Tuesday night. Live. Oh, say hello.
It doesn't get more.
Are you saying
live
hello?
than this. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Nice to see you all.
It's. I hope you're in a funny mood tonight. We're
Yeah.
gonna try to be funnier than a first grader.
I don't know if we can do that. Kids are the funniest.
And so we're gonna go through some proverbial sayings today and see if we can remember the proverbial saying, first of all.
Right.
And secondly,
are there ones we should recognize?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I expect everybody will get all of them.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe all but one. There's 12.
Okay. I like it when we all win.
Welcome to Tuesday Night Live with YOOTS. UTS, uniquely the same. We're uniquely the same. My name's Cal Clark. This is Ida Blevins.
Well, I was going to introduce myself, but thank you.
Feel free.
No, you did it.
And so we've got regulars who come. If you're new to the show, participation is a big part of what we do. So we would love for you to comment. We'll throw your comments right up on the screen when you do. And we want to interact with you. We want to just have an evening of enjoyment. So come and
looking forward to it.
Come and be part of it.
Put your feet up.
Last week we tried doing Zoom so you can come on live, and the show crashed.
We did something major.
I don't know. Did you ever even explain to people what the show? It just crashed, and we didn't come back, and we didn't say we were coming back, but it ended abruptly. We were right in the middle of a sentence.
Right.
And but we'd gone on long enough anyway.
It was a long show.
Yeah. But I have no idea why technically that happened. I suspect because I was running Zoom and trying to broadcast to YouTube and Facebook all at the same time. It just didn't work out. But so this week we're going to skip the Zoom. We'll come back to that. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty hard for me to be funnier than a first grader. And people complain about my jokes, so yeah. I'm going to try to do
also,
better.
Mary Lou and him stayed on after the crash. I think
you were hoping that we'd come back, or they were just talking to each other. Yeah. Oh, you were still on Zoom. I guess that is an advantage. If you go on Zoom, Zoom didn't crash.
That's right.
But we really did maybe we crashed. Did we fall out of Zoom too? Mary Lou, I can't remember. I think we were gone from Zoom too. I think something happened on my computer and I lost the ability to broadcast stuff. So anyway, we're here this week.
That's right.
And we're going to keep working on it because we do want people to be able to participate. And I'd love to use that. I think it was a successful experiment.
It was a good experiment. Yeah.
But we're back to our regular old show. So
Henry came back. Hi, Henry.
Hey, Henry. So come now, Henry. You'll see what our regular show is like. We're not gonna be interactive other than through the comments today. And but we are pressing toward that Zoom. I would like to have Zoom so that people could just dial in. But what I want to do is I want to put up some instructions on the page so that people know what they should do, how they should log in. We learned a lot of things last week, and so we'll put that together for you. But for this week, let's see if we could be funnier than a first grader.
Okay.
So here's the story. This is, I think, even the story is proverbial. I'm not even sure it's true. But anyway, here's how the story goes.
How does the story go?
A first grade teacher took a bunch of proverbial sayings, took the first half of them, and she gave them out to her first graders and had them try to fill in the saying, what the saying was. And it turns out the kids came up with stuff that was just as good or better than the original.
Of course they did.
So we're going to see if we can do that. All right. So let's see how creative we can be. Now, just because you're stumped, maybe somebody else will have a good idea, or maybe you will, and you can throw one out, and somebody else will jump on the bandwagon from there. So let's.
Sounds good.
Should we jump into our proverbial sayings?
Let's jump into it.
Okay. So here it is. Are you funnier than a first grader? That's what we're going to find out today. Actually, we're going to find out if we as a whole audience are funnier. Boy, my letters aren't very big there, are they? So here is the first saying. It's better to be safe than. So I'd like for what is that saying? Does anybody remember that saying? It's better to be safe than. Better to be safe than. And so we're going to come up with the real saying.
Right.
And then we're going to try to come up with the best saying we can think of. Okay. It's better to be safe than. You know this one?
I do. Al says they're sorry. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, better to be safe than sorry.
That's what I would have said too, Al.
And indeed, that's the real saying. But no, that's not what
a first
graders said. The first graders say it's better to be safe than what?
Mary Lou says dead. It's better to be safe than dead.
See,
this is true, Mary
Lou.
She's got the mind of that first grader.
You've
honed in on it. I think you've got it, my dear.
How about it's better to be safe than to be locked in one?
You have a little twisted mind.
It's better to be safe than. Well, let's see what the first grader said.
Okay, what did the first grader
Mary Lou says dead.
Yes.
Do we think that one's pretty funny? Better to be safe than dead.
Al says it's better to be safe than in trouble.
Yeah. That's right.
Better to be safe than dangerous.
Well, here's what first graders think.
Okay.
It's better to be safe than to punch a fifth grader.
I don't think it's safe to punch a fifth grader if you're a first grader.
It's better to be safe than to punch a fifth grader. Everybody knows that.
I think we all know that. Goodness, who would ever punch a fifth grader?
Because frankly, that's not safe.
No, it's not. And probably it happened on the school ground or something, and it was still live in his head.
All right, let's see the next one.
Okay.
Better be safe than scared. That's just a truism. Yeah. That sounds like it. All right, but so you get the idea. They do have a little bit of a funny twist to them, but it's pretty true.
It is.
Their sayings are true. Okay, here we go. Strike while the what? What's the real saying? Strike while they.
I've got it.
Do you?
I do, but I'm waiting for this.
Okay. What do you all say? Strike while the. Strike while the. I'm thinking ahead a little bit.
Al's ahead of us. Al's a fast typer tonight.
He jumps right into it.
He does.
Maybe he's getting the stream before we're sending it.
How's that happen?
Oh, I guess that wouldn't work, would it?
He is on YouTube. Strike while the iron is hot.
Yep, I think YouTube might be just a little bit ahead of Facebook.
Huh. There you go.
So it wouldn't surprise me that the
Mary Lou
YouTubers
says we've got several that said strike while the iron is hot. Joel did and Kathy did, but Kristen says nope. Mary Lou says strike when the ref isn't looking.
That's my uncle taught me that in I won't say which uncle.
Don't say which uncle.
He taught me when you play basketball, right? What you can do is you can stand on the opponent's foot. And so when you jump, you're pushing down on their foot and they're pushing up. So you actually jump higher, but it holds them down. It's a foul, but referees hardly ever. Now you could hurt your ankle that way. But that's what he would say. He'd say, there you go, Nathan, look at that. Strike while the bowling pins are set.
You can tell we've got a bowler in the audience.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Strike while
Tom says strike while the employer is, I don't know what that means.
Not paying well enough.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
While
the employer is out. Yeah.
Strike. That's a good time to strike when they're not looking.
Right.
Strike when the iron's. That's what it means. Strike when the pins are set. Strike when the iron's hot. It's the same thing. It means? It's the exact same saying. It's just the modernized version of it.
I see. Well, we've got people who are putting some thought
I've gotten behind. Behind. So yeah, of course, the right answer is strike while the iron is hot, right? But no, that's not what the kids say. Kids say strike while the bug is close.
Just whack that thing when
he's close. Strike. You got to go for it right at that moment.
I like it. Smart kids.
But it's the same saying. It actually means the same thing.
Right.
Strike while the bug is close. I'm going to go with that one from now. I'm going to start to use that one.
Strike. Listen. Strike is good for a bowler, bad for a baseball player, and different for a union member.
That's right.
Listen.
There's
some thought. Yep. There's two brains there.
See, there is humor. We might be funnier.
John and Mary are working
but that strike when the bug is close, that is both funny and Still true, right? And
It
it's
is
still
true.
right in the same, right in the same. And I like David, strike when your opponent's down. That's like
that's a wrestling
sort
thing?
of mean.
Oh.
Oh, so that's what Rob is saying to David.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
We got 12 of these. We're only on number 2. Next one is, it's always darkest before.
It's always darkest before the.
Always darkest before.
I'm not sure I know. There's 2 words came to mind for this one with me, and I'm not sure which one is right.
Well, sometimes there's multiple sayings that all work. But yeah, there is only one. I don't have anything more for you.
The storm. Al says the storm. It's always darkest before the storm.
Darkest before the storm. And I don't think that's actually the
Joel
same.
says the dawn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, get down. Sarah's still looking for treats.
Kathy says it's always darkest before you turn the light on.
that's pretty good. Kathy's ahead of us. All right, so the actual proverbial saying Joel got, it's always darkest before the dawn. It's a positive saying.
Yeah.
The positive proverbial saying.
There's light after the dawn.
Yeah, after the darkness comes the light. The dawn is about, so you it just means hang in there, right?
Yes.
But that's not what first graders say.
No, the first graders don't know a lot about hanging in there.
The first graders are more like what Kathy had to say.
Yeah.
When the light turns on, right?
Yeah. And that's what Kristen says. Oh.
Here's what I think. It's always darkest before the ink level is low in your printer.
Oh, my word. Is it really?
It's always darkest before the print heads are cleaned. No, after.
Spoken like a true techie guy. What's that? I don't know.
It's always darkest
before the dawn.
The light gets turned on is pretty. I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
Joel's making up things. It's always darkest, but he left the before out. It's always darkest when you close your eyes.
Yeah, before you close your eyes.
Yeah.
It's always darkest before you open your eyes.
Before you open your eyes. Up the side or down. But got it.
Let's see what the first graders have to say about it. Okay. Now, the first graders say it's always darkest before daylight savings time.
We should have known that one. I was just noticing tonight when we were getting ready for the show. It's still light outside. Yeah. Oh, how nice is that?
It's the whole idea of daylight savings time. It's always darkest before daylight savings time starts.
It's always darkest before you go to
bed.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a practical.
Yes.
I know when I'm supposed to go to bed. Pretty
Sounds
good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How about the next one?
Okay.
Stop it, Selah. You had your.
She knows I have
a bird in the hand is.
Oh, I can't wait to see what the kids said about this one.
I gave the answer just that fast. Hopefully you got it that quickly.
Yeah. I think
a bird in the hand is. That's it.
It's all gone now.
A bird in the hand is, of course, I gave it away.
Worth
2 in the bush. 1 in your hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Right.
I've never had one in my hand. Never seen 2 in a bush.
You're not looking.
Really?
Yeah. If you just look out our window right here, you'll see 2 in the bush.
Yeah,
There's chickadees out there.
I'm not too sure 10 in the bush are worth 1 in your hand because the second you go out there, they're gone. Even if they get spooked.
Yeah, they get
But that's not what first graders say. The first graders say a bird in the hand is.
Mary Lou says going to peck you.
Yeah, exactly. Is dangerous on the eyes.
Yeah, this is true. And other parts of your body.
A bird in the hand. A bird in the hand. That's it, Selah. Please go away. Lay down.
She's not going to go away.
A bird in the hand is.
Oh, Nathan says a dead bird.
Yeah. Oh. That's rotten. A bird in the hand is better than 2 birds in your hair.
Okay. Uh-oh. John says a bird
is not as good as a turkey in your mouth.
John says it's going to poop on you.
Well, it turns out that John thinks exactly like a first grader, because that's what the first grade answer was. A bird in the hand is very likely to poop in your hand.
Ew. Ew.
That's true, though. It's a fact.
So says Mary Lou got it. Yeah. John got that one.
Yep.
And Kathy got it too. It's gonna be what? Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It's gonna do that.
It's gonna be messy.
They get excited and they can't,
That's experience speaking. First graders, they know what they are talking about. Okay, if you can't stand the heat.
Yeah, Linda says it's never gonna happen to her.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She doesn't
Linda's
like birds.
afraid of birds. So a bird in the hand is very unlikely to happen to Linda. That would be our answer. If you can't stand the heat.
That dog is crazy.
See, I just started giving Selah extra treats. So now Selah is begging for treats the entire show instead of laying down after she gets a treat at the beginning.
Help. If you can't stand the heat.
We're done.
David says.
Done.
Go inside with the air conditioning.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Al says, let's see, what is it?
Yeah, move to Alaska. Can't stand the heat.
Get out of the kitchen.
Go climb Mount Everest.
And Kristen says, get out of the kitchen.
That's it. Get out of the kitchen. That's what the proverb says. Get out of the kitchen. Right. But that's not what first graders think. First graders say, if you can't stand the heat. All right, we got to outdo them. You can't stand the heat.
Kathy says, get an ice cream. That's a good one.
Oh, I got a good one. Yeah. If you can't stand the heat, root for the Orlando Magic.
Oh.
You get it?
I get it. That was deep.
Oh, slam dunk.
Very deep. Slam dunk.
Hey, dunked on the first graders. Boom. We're done. We're out of food for you. You got nothing left.
Kristen says, get a popsicle.
Come on up. Come on.
If you can't stand the heat, stay off the beach, Linda says. So that's a good one. Stay off the beach.
Oh, stay out. Yeah. You can't stand the heat. Okay.
All right.
She doesn't have any. Okay.
It's all gone.
We're done.
Get in the pool, Chris. Okay.
No food. Go away. Go to sleep. Get in the pool. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Get in the pool. In fact, I think that might be an answer that they gave at one point, but that is not the answer that showed up on our survey.
What is it?
Our survey is don't start the fireplace.
That's smart.
It's real straightforward. It's the exact same saying. Get out of the kitchen. Don't start the fireplace.
It kind of is the same saying. That's one smart child.
Exactly.
I don't know.
They pretty much they're able to be humorous and keep the main.
Yeah, they've kind of heard. They've probably heard these things be said.
I wonder if
sort of know.
I wonder if when they came up with the kitchen thing, if they thought it was funny the first time they said it. Can't stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen. Just like don't start the fireplace. Please don't.
Yeah.
Please. All right, let's keep going.
Okay. Oh,
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a. This one I'm not sure I know. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a. Is it a mile? Begins with a.
Single. Is it a single step?
Oh. Oh, you think it is?
Mine begins with a potty break.
Journey of.
I've got to prepare.
Involves multiple stops. Isn't that? Yeah, it's a single step. You're right.
See?
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but that's not what first graders think. The answer should be, what would a first grader think? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a. Yours is pretty good. A potty break.
Mine says a full tank of gas.
Oh, there you go. That's a pretty good one too.
Yeah. Got lots of single steps.
1,000 miles. Depends on what era you're born in. But yeah, of course it starts with a car ride, unless it's an airplane ride.
A need to travel.
Trip to the airport.
Trip to the airport.
The grandmother that is making you feel guilty for not seeing her for a while.
Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a.
Well, let me just tell you what the first graders say. Begins with what?
Breath. With a breath.
It does. Yep. It's true. It's true enough. No, it begins with a blister.
Oh no. Kristen and I think alike. She said potty break. Of course, she's got all those kids.
If you're going 1,000 miles, it's probably only in the first 50 miles you get the blister.
If you're walking, yeah.
Single blister.
With, are we there yet?
All right, yeah.
That's a good one, Kathy.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
If you lie down with dogs, you'll.
Oh, I know.
Do you know that saying?
Yeah.
If you lie down with dogs, you'll. Speaking of.
She was offended with what I was thinking the answer was.
You lie down with dogs, you'll. Do you know that saying?
I think you'll get.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would know it. If you lie down with dogs, I guess I could guess it.
Joel says catch fleas.
You lie down with dogs, you'll rise with fleas. Mm-hmm. That's the official Shakespearean phraseology of the. If you lie
Shakespearean phraseology.
That's right.
That is
If you lie down with dogs, you'll rise with fleas. But that's not what first graders think the saying is. No. First grader, catch fleas. There you go. First graders think what? If you lie down with dogs, you'll get licked a lot. Yeah. You'll get you'll get hair all over your shirt.
What?
They shed.
That is, they do shed.
If you lie down with dogs.
Al says you'll lose the race to Nome.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is deep. That is really deep, Al. I don't know if the first grader's going to know that, but
that's pretty good, though. What's the name of that race? The Iditarod. Yeah. If you lie down with them, you'll pet them. Of course you will. How would you not pet them if you're going to lay? They're right there.
That's right. You have to love on them. They'll love on you.
But no, here's what a first grader says. First grader says, if you lie down with dogs, you'll stink in the morning. I mean.
Some mom has told that.
It's real straightforward. If you lie down with dogs, you're going to stink.
That stinky dog, you don't want to be around it. No.
Which is pretty much the same as rise with fleas. You stink in the morning.
Sort of. You can cure stink with.
It still means the same thing, right? You're not supposed to hang out with lousy people because you're going to get fleas, right?
I guess, yeah.
Or you'll stink in the morning. Same thing. All right, here we go. The pen is mightier than the.
Oh, the pen.
We're getting all of these, right? Everybody knows these. There's a couple I had to stop for a second.
Yeah.
But 3 Dog Night.
It's when it's really cold. You need 3 dogs in bed with you. Yeah. Pen is mightier than. David says the pencil.
Personally, I like the pencil.
And Al says it's mightier than the computer.
Oh. But what's the real saying?
Nathan's got it. He says sword.
The real saying is, of course, the pen is mightier than the sword, is the proverbial saying. The word, written word, and thoughts and ideas are more powerful than anything. That's the
agree.
Right? But that's not what a first grader thinks. No, they don't like that saying. So we're weighing in with pencil. Everybody's jumping ahead, right?
Kathy's got another. Let's see. Kathy says crayon.
I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough to be better than first graders on this one.
I can't wait to see what they say.
The pen is mightier than the.
I don't know. What?
All we can come up with is pencil, huh?
Well, Kathy said
and
crayon. Al said computer.
Computer, yeah, those are all pretty good. But here's what a first grader says.
Gym class. I don't know what that means. The pen is mightier than the gym class.
The pen is mightier than
the pigs.
Pigs. It is. It keeps the pigs at bay.
Listen, I'm a Midwestern farm girl. That's nothing truer has ever been spoken.
The pen is mightier than the bull. The pen is mightier than a lot of animals,
That's right.
The pen is mightier than the pigs. That's a fact. So now we know that this proverbial story happened in the Midwest.
Yes.
Because there was no inner city where they were coming up with pigs in a pen.
No, they just, I don't think there's many pig pens in the city.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So let's roll with number 9. Number 9. Where there's smoke, there's... Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Where there's smoke, there's... What's the saying?
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Of course. Where there's smoke, there's fire. A number of you got that, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. But that's not what a first grader thinks.
No.
First grader says, where there's smoke, there's lung cancer waiting to happen.
They might say that because they're being taught the ramifications of smoking.
Where there's smoke, there's...
The stove is on fire, Al
says. Stove. There's a very strong vape pen.
Tom says, where there's smoke, there's supper. I'm sure Kim will appreciate that. Yes,
that's a good one. Where there's smoke, there's supper.
And Joel says, where there's smoke, there's coughing. Yeah, Nathan says,
facts.
Lung cancer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the kids just go straight forward with it. The first graders, they say, where there's smoke, there's pollution.
Oh.
Where there's smoke, there's pollution.
Yeah. They've been taught all of that.
That's fact. There's no debating.
Where there's smoke, Mary Lou says dinner's almost ready.
Yeah, or it might be a little past. Might be a little after ready. Okay, here we go. Children should be seen and not... Is this a saying that people say still?
I don't know. I don't like that saying.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it's a bad one? Children should be seen and not what? Everybody knows this one. But you can understand a first grader wouldn't like whatever the answer is.
Henry says, run. Children should be seen and not run.
Children should be seen and not run.
Children should be seen and not smelled. Ow. What?
It's a fact.
We're talking about stinky kids now.
Oh, that's funny.
Kristen says heard.
That's pretty good. Yeah, of course.
Heard.
That's the saying. Children should be seen and not heard. Be quiet. Take your place. But that's not what first graders think the saying is.
What did
they would say children should be seen and not what? Children should be seen.
They probably said something like smelled.
That's the best one you could come up with?
Not hiding.
Smelled. Not hiding. Yep. Not running. Not smelled.
We got several people who got heard. So
yeah. Children should be seen and not... Let me think about this. Should be seen and not...
We got a couple hidings.
A hard one to come up with a funny one for. Should be seen and not...
Not locked in a room? Come on.
That's a good one, too.
What kid got locked in a room?
Well, they shouldn't be. That's the point. Should be seen and not eat all the dinner. I don't know why that came to mind.
I don't know why it did either. I'm like, what?
But it's true in my family. Children should be seen and not eat all of the dinner before I get a serving.
Nathan says they should be seen and not killed.
Yeah, that's true as well. But here's what they say. Children should be seen and not spanked or grounded.
Those kids are out for their own benefit. They can say whatever.
That's a proverb I can live by.
Not spanked or grounded. No timeouts for you.
Sounds like wishful thinking. Should be seen and not have to worry about too much homework. Right. Should be seen and have plenty of time to play video game.
And not. Yeah.
Let's go to number 11.
Okay.
Only 2 left.
Oh, okay.
You get out of something what you
Get out of something. Oh, I know.
You get out of something. What you got it?
Mm-hmm. What you can I say? I'm waiting to see if it's just the comments are running a little slow tonight.
They're right behind. They're coming right. They're coming right through.
Up. They all pop up like at one time. You get out of something. What you? I know you know this one, guys. We've all been told this, right?
What is it? You get out of something. What?
What you put into it.
What you put into it. Exactly.
I knew
word for
it.
word. You get out of something what you put into it.
See, Henry got it too. What you put into it.
So we know the saying, but that's not what first graders think the saying is. What do you think the first graders think the saying? You get out of something what you
lie about.
What kind of children are you hanging out with?
I don't know.
Mary Lou, what kind of children are you? You get out of something. Oh, when you get out of it.
Oh, when you least expect it, Al says.
You get out of something when you go to bed and take off your shirt.
You get out of something.
You get out of your shirt.
You
get out of something what you get into.
Joel says if you lie about it, you get out of something.
It seems like that seems like that's a pretty good. Now that I get that angle now, you get out of it. You're not. Right. You don't get in trouble for it. You get out of something.
What did the kids say?
First graders, what they say is you get out of something what you see pictured on the box.
What?
You get out of something what you see pictured on the box.
That one really went right over my head for a minute.
See, that's what you get out. Everybody knows. You get out of it. What's on the box?
Right. It could be a toy.
It's no fun when somebody puts a pair of pajamas in a toy box.
Whoa.
You're all expecting a toy. Not that it's happened at Christmas or anything, but you're all thinking this.
And you're not holding a grudge about it. You're not pouting about it or anything. You just had your Christmas. Did you get underwear for Christmas or socks? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I kept telling my grandson for his birthday. I'm sure you want socks. No, I don't want. You don't get socks for your birthday, so Granny.
Rude. That's so rude. Did you let him think you were getting him socks?
Yeah, I did. That's right up to the last minute. He was so excited to not get socks. I could have given him anything, so long as it wasn't socks.
All right, let's do number 12. Number 12. This is our last chance to be funnier than a first grader. We've done pretty well. I think we're about as funny as. Sometimes they beat us.
Many times they beat us.
Yeah, maybe one out of three we get.
We might be a little more cynical than a first grader. We've lived life longer.
All right, here's the first grade. Here's the saying. An idle mind is.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know this one?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're good at these proverbial sayings.
I'm just telling you, I know it. I don't know if I really know it, but I think it.
An idle mind is. Yeah. All I could think of is a terrible thing to waste, but that's not the saying.
That's a mind is a terrible thing.
Yeah, an idle mind is.
The devil's workshop.
Oh, my.
Isn't it?
An idle mind is. It is the devil's workshop.
I lived with a person who used to say sayings all the time.
Did he say that one?
Yes. That was idle mind. My dad always had a saying for everything.
An idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Joel says the devil's playground. Yeah. That's what Mary Lou says too, the devil's playground.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the moral of the story is keep your mind busy.
Right.
Right.
But that's not what first graders think the
meaning
or the phrase should be. The first graders say an idle mind is. Can we come up with a funny one for that one? An idle mind is
asleep. Right. John says asleep. Rob says dead. Kathy says asleep.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. An idle mind is. Let's go to the first grade.
It's bound to not pass first grade. I don't know.
I was trying to do a play on the word idle, like IDOL, an idle mind.
Oh. I was thinking
But-
what first grader knows what idle means. Do they know that?
An idle mind. Well, here's what they say. They say an idle mind is the best way to relax, of course.
Nathan's with me. He says, they'd say, I don't know what idle means.
Well thought. Well done. No, an idle mind is just a good way to relax. That's what
Yeah.
relaxing is.
You just clear your mind.
Oh my God.
Just
Meditate. An idle mind is Buddhist meditation.
Or just meditation. Why does it have to be Buddhist meditation?
Well, I always thought that was the origin of really the idea of idling your mind.
I have a couple people that don't think it. Oh, Tom says an idle mind is normal.
That's right.
This is probably true. Although their minds are just clicking
there
away.
You go.
You know, they're thinking.
Idle mind is what happened to my teacher just before they made the test. So that's what kids think.
Yeah, I like this one. I like hearing what first graders have to say.
So you think we're not as funny as first graders?
I don't think we're. The reason I don't think we're as funny is we've lived life longer. We're cynical.
That's sad.
It kind of is sad. We need to revert back to our first grade. What is it? State of mind. I don't know what state of mind that is. I think it could be Pennsylvania.
Probably for you, it was Illinois, wasn't it?
That's where I was when I was in
that
first
was your
grade.
first grade state of mind.
Henry said he was close. He said slow. So
Yeah. There
relaxed. Mm-hmm.
Just quiet.
Yeah.
An idle mind is between reverse and first gear.
Oh no. Oh no. Is that the joke of the week?
No.
Is it time for the joke of the week?
No, but it is time for your saying of the week.
Oh, I see.
And rumor has it that you have an amazing saying for us this week.
I always have an amazing saying for you. This week, it's a very short saying.
Okay.
But I thought it was, I fell in love with this picture. It's when a friend of mine, Andrea Duncan, takes these photographs. And it's a picture of an orange sunflower just against a bright, bright blue sky.
That's a sunflower.
That is a sunflower.
Oh, how about that?
And it says, the quote is, be someone's sunshine when their skies are gray. Well, I just like that. Step up and be somebody's sunshine.
You are my sunshine.
My only sunshine. You didn't know you're going to be serenaded tonight,
You
too.
make me happy. So that I don't have to keep singing.
Yes.
Why don't we? And you don't have to put up with it. Why don't we move to the joke of the week?
Oh, I'm ready for the joke.
Joke of the week brought to you by Garnet Clark. Oh
Garnet.
my gosh. This might be the longest joke of the week ever in the history of joke of the week.
Is it?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. In fact,
Are
I'm
we
going to have
gonna
to
be able-
blow it up so you can even see the words. Here we go.
Okay.
A rabbit, a priest, and a pastor walk into a blood donation clinic.
A rabbit, a priest,
That's it.
and a pastor.
That's what it says right there.
Okay.
The nurse asked the rabbit, "What is your blood type?"
I don't know.
What is your blood type? What do you think? What do you think? So a rabbit. So here's the saying: a rabbit, a priest, and a pastor walk into a blood donation clinic. The nurse asks the rabbit, "What's your blood type?" Which would be what you would get asked if you were
Well, sure.
in the.
What the rabbit
The rabbit said, "I'm probably a typo," said the rabbit.
This is your mom who did
Probably
this too.
a type O.
I get it, a typo. Oh my.
Type O blood. I'm positive.
Yep. So we were. It's bad if you have to explain it that far, but okay.
Do you think we should keep moving?
I think we should keep moving.
Thank you, Garnet Clark, for that joke of the week. Looking very, very happy, and you should be proud of that joke. That's quite a good joke.
Good job, Garnet.
A
Thank
rabbit.
you.
Did you know that? When I heard that joke, I thought a rabbit, a rabbi. It did seem like I just couldn't
when you
put together.
hear those three things together,
Yeah, it's always
it's
a
also
rabbi,
a
a priest.
and a pastor. Yeah. Okay.
I think that is the main part of the show.
Okay.
So let's just keep rolling with this big show. I don't know what do we have left. What do you have? What do you have to say?
Christina says, "Oh my." Oh, and Henry says, very nice.
That's a funny joke.
You're a nice man.
Oh, come on. That's a funny joke.
It is kind of fun.
Yeah.
It grows on me a little bit. A little bit.
O blood is actually a very valuable blood to have in the clinic. That makes you a universal. That makes you a universal donor if you're typo.
We should all collect blood. Let's tell everybody our blood type. No,
that's it. You can go in there. Lots of people call me Calvin Klein, and I could say I have type O blood. Apparently,
they just hear Calvin. They think the next word is Klein.
Yeah, because my last name starts with Cole, and so everybody just remembers me as Calvin Klein.
I was always Idaho potato toe.
That's the first thing that comes to mind just in a blood clinic. I'm sure everybody calls you. Everybody writes that down. What did you say? Idaho. Oh, you said Blevins. I wrote down potato toe. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Rob's asking a question. Did anything exciting happen this week? Well, you might want to share with us, Rob, what happened this week.
Yeah. So, Rob had been an awful lot of typing.
Yeah. Well.
We should have brought a picture or something.
Yeah.
When do we put a picture on the show? I could go search one out.
You could search out 98 of them.
That would mean you'd have to tell. That would mean you'd have to tell the story while I search for a photo.
Oh, well, this week was a very special week because we did a wheelchair collection. We collect wheelchairs throughout the months.
Right.
This week, we packed them all up and sent them out to their almost final destination where they would go get cleaned up, refurbished, and put back together in pristine condition so we can ship them out across the ocean to other countries for people who require wheelchairs. So I forget how many we sent out this time. Almost 200 chairs.
Oh.
And Rob Olszewski did his first chair core thing this time, and he had collected about 47 chairs, or 42 or 47 chairs, I think. And so it was a big day. Lots of chairs, lots of walkers, lots of crutches. Things were all packed up. So as Gal's gonna, I'm sorry because I took I really did take about 100 photos because I get so carried away. It's so exciting. It's an exciting day when this happens.
So Rob, do you have the statistics? You wrote them on your Facebook page. There were something like 42 chairs that Rob did.
And it says 191 total.
Yeah, so there were a number of different stops. Rob was one of our big stops because Rob collects them in his warehouse. He has a warehouse where he keeps them. I'll bring it up here. I wasn't getting thumbnails, so I had to go look at every picture. There they came up. Okay, so let's bring up a photo.
At the very end is a group photo, but there's the photos of.
You think I should get the group photo?
It's up to you.
Well, I'd have to know what number it is.
Oh,
but I can bring it up.
It's at the end.
This one? No, not that one.
Not the very end. There you go. Okay. There's a group photo.
But that doesn't have any. I'll bring that one up second.
Okay.
That's 820.
He's wanting to show you a picture of everybody that worked on the drive and drove on the drive, which was also lots of driving involved this time because we had to make multiple trips. And lots of coordination, which is what Linda does so famously. She put a lot of work and effort into that. I don't know how you do it, Linda, but you do it. And we're very proud of you and grateful that you do. And gather together volunteers to get the job done. So great job.
So if you come across wheelchairs in your area, particularly in the United States, there's probably a Johnny and Friends chair core member near you. Who will collect your wheelchair and will move it on to somebody who could really use it. So I'd encourage you to do that. A bunch of people did it this time, 195 apparently, which is pretty good.
Rob said 50 to 60 walkers, canes, and crutches, and 42 chairs.
Yeah, that's a bunch of stuff, isn't it? One of these is Rob.
Well, Mary Lou is saying that while I was looking for the picture, I'll share with you that Mary Lou's granddaughter, 7 years old, lost both front teeth. And not only did she get money from the tooth fairy under her pillow, she got pixie dust, which is gold flakes in a glass jar with a cork on it. Her mom says she's going to regret picking up all the dust. The cork is super glued, so she can't spread it. Oh, well, that's that's both front teeth at the same time. Oh, that reminds me of that Christmas song. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth.
I picked up the wrong picture first, so I'm sorry. Got a little delay.
Well, that's okay. It's good. It's good to be able to share it and see that it's impressive when you see that many wheelchairs and that many pieces of equipment that have been collected over time.
So all of Rob's volunteers were there when we got there. So here's a picture of Rob with a bunch of his chairs. So his volunteers had taken them all out. You can see some big chairs behind him, some big orthopedic is what I really mean, chairs. And then a bunch of chairs to his left, and you can see all the crutches and the stuff in the foreground. So that was just one site, a big site, but that was one of our. So that's 40. What you're seeing there is 42 chairs. So we put them on the biggest. We rent the largest U-Haul you can rent, and a bunch of folks worked to load that thing from
multiple layers.
Yep, from floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
We put a layer of wheelchairs, then we put plywood, and then we put another layer of wheelchairs, and then we stacked stuff all on top of that. So all pretty good. And let me see if I can find that picture that you wanted. Right, it was down there toward the end somewhere of the team. So this is Rob's whole team. Here. So that's his team that unloaded. And you can see that's a storage unit in the background, and that's after it was all loaded up. And the drivers are there to the right. So
Henry's asking if we can write the name of
the wheelchair place. Yeah. So it's you go to Johnny and Friends, which is JONI and Friends. And if you go to their website and look, you will find that Wheels for the World on that website. And you can do a search. Lots of times, if you just do a Google search, actually, the Wheels for the World, like if you put like wheelchair donation in your geography, the right link will come up. You're looking for Johnny, JONI.
I just typed it out there in the comments.
And somebody's name will actually pop up. But on the website, you can go look for the look up for your area. So you can put your zip code in, and it'll tell you who will help you pick them up. But it's a pretty cool thing. They go to prisons, and the prisoners are affected by it. They benefit and grow from it. They get shipped out to other countries and people who could never get a wheelchair otherwise. I always like to say women and children in particular who often would have no opportunity in a third world country to have a wheelchair. They really just drag themselves across the ground or stay in their homes. So something that we're going to throw away, or we get a new wheelchair and we got one sitting around. So anyway, so we moved a bunch on.
Sure did.
And somebody said, when do you start collecting? And we already have collected a
Never
few.
stopped.
It's only been a few days.
The collection doesn't stop.
Nice job, Rob. Rob just became chair core. He just signed up, and I say just. He's been at almost a year now. Yeah. But not too long ago. So this is his first big drive. He's moved lots of chairs already, but that's his first like full warehouse, his full storage unit. Full. So here we go again. Start over and start to build it up. Anything else you want to put in my mouth for?
I've just Henry asked that I put out there the names of Johnny and Friends, and I put a link out there for people. So
really, I know. I think I recall that Henry said that he was in New York somewhere. I recall a New York accent.
Yes,
and I know some people from there. So I know there are Johnny and Friends chair core people right in your area. So I know they're there. If you have trouble finding it, you could simply go to Uniquely the Same and contact us. We'll be glad to help you find the right. We do that a lot. But a number of the people, actually, Kathy is listening. Kathy collects wheelchairs. I'm sure there are other people on that I'm not even thinking of. You can also go to Mr. Gary. Remember we had Mr. Gary on the show? He walked from Pittsburgh to Florida, all by himself at age 60 plus, and
did it in record time.
And he was our driver. So Mr. Gary was our driver this time, and he did a video on Facebook. Is that right? Where it was? Facebook?
It's on Facebook. It's on Instagram too.
So you could look for Mr. Gary and find his Facebook of the whole process. He followed it the whole way through. He had a number. He followed it on every stop. Right. And so at one point you'll see Rob's collection happen there. That video I think just came out today.
Yeah. Henry says he's in Staten Island. Yeah.
And also in this photo, I should point out that not only do you have Rob there on the left in the front, but on the right in the front, the second one over, is Linda, who coordinates these big drives, which is a miraculous thing itself to get all that done. What else we got? We have some birthdays or something, Ida?
We do have a few birthdays and shout-outs. On the 25th is Garnet Clark's birthday. Happy birthday, Garnet.
That's Thursday. That's just a couple days from now.
On the 26th is Megan Ritchie, our dear friend Megan.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Megan. I hope you see the video so that we can wish you a happy birthday.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Megan. And Jim Mason on the 27th.
Wow, it's a who's who of birthday weeks.
It really is. And on the 28th, Julie Hines. So a lot of our Johnny and friends have birthdays this week. Happy birthday.
Pretty good.
Yeah. And today is National Puppy Day. So, that's an important day for those of us who love our puppies and our dogs. It's a day when we encourage people to go out and adopt a puppy.
I want to wish Helen Dahmer happy birthday, March 29th. Mm-hmm. And there was one other one that I wanted to mention. Oh, Steve Stricko.
Oh,
he's a friend who's always checking out Uniquely the Same. And so, Steve, happy birthday to you. Steve's birthday is the 24th, which is tomorrow. Yeah.
So happy birthday.
Yeah.
March 24th is also National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day.
Oh.
Does anybody like chocolate covered raisins?
Raisinets.
Yeah,
there's a whole candy. There's a whole.
I know, but
what's the other kind? Something in raisinette.
I don't know. Snow caps?
No.
Goobers and raisins.
That's it. Goobers.
Everybody likes Goobers. Everybody likes chocolate covered peanuts. But who likes chocolate covered raisins? I don't. I think that's gross.
Wouldn't you have liked to have been in the meeting where they decided to call those Goobers? Hey, wait, I have an idea. Chocolate covered nuts. Let's call those Goobers.
Well, because we call peanuts Goobers.
We do?
Yeah.
Who does?
Uh-oh. Never mind. Look up Goobers. It's going to say peanut.
I'm going to look up Goobers. I don't even know how to spell Goobers.
Goobers. Goobers. Oh, my.
Goobers chocolate theater box. Nope, all they have are the candy. Nestle's makes Goobers and raisinette. Mm-hmm. Chocolate covered peanuts. Goober.
I saw Goobers in...
History or entomology for Goober. Let's learn about Goober.
Why not? We want to.
Yeah, Southern U.S. and Midland U.S. It means peanut.
There you go.
It's slang for peanut.
Henry likes raisinettes. Oh, Henry.
It also means a naive, ignorant, or foolish person. But
yeah, you're a real goober.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call people.
Which maybe that's you're calling someone like a peanut head.
Oh, well, just to get off of that. John's daughter, Amy, turned 37 the 19th of March. So happy birthday, Amy. Yeah.
Who's?
John's daughter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So let's just say happy things and not talk about Goobers anymore.
All right. I'll quit the Goober discussion. I don't know.
I started it.
You did. You brought it up first. I can't help myself.
Sorry about that.
So something I wanted to just raise is one of the things I want to try, and maybe we'll do it next week, is I would like to try a little like survey or question and answer using the Facebook survey capability. So I think maybe we'll just do one question. And I don't know, maybe we'll give a prize.
Oh, I love when we give prizes. That's like my favorite thing.
I know my problem with giving prizes is I know we're breaking the law when we do, because there's some like, everybody has to be eligible if somebody's eligible. I never quite know what those laws are. Right. And so I just don't give prizes. But anyway.
Our prizes aren't really anything that people
nobody wants them.
Yes, they do. I like the prizes we give away.
Oh. So we used to give a prize every week.
We did. I think it's high time we start doing.
That's what I think.
Okay.
So
prizes make the games more fun.
Goober Peanuts. I think he's in the South. So she calls herself a Yankee, but she lives in Virginia. I guess that's a Mason-Dixon line goes. So through Virginia.
I'm in Illinois. I know Goobers.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
All right. We got anything else? You got anything on your mind?
You always ask me that when I'm brain dead. But no, I really don't have anything else on my mind right now. Okay. I was just, I was a little bit concerned because one of the ideas we had for the show that we still may do, so I won't say what it is. I just wanted to know how we were going to get the "don't try this at home" thing.
Oh yeah, well, we can say what we can say what it is. Okay. We're talking. I had some ideas for masking. So because those masks are expensive, yes, and you want to preserve them for the people who really need them, and sometimes you don't have one with you when you go somewhere. So I had some ideas. So just to give you an example, like the party, I had an idea. This is what I call the party mask.
Yes.
All right.
So you can see where this is going.
If you want to do social distancing, I have an idea for a party mask, the perfect one.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm sure they are too.
That's the birthday mask.
Yeah, that's the birthday mask.
And this is completely appropriate. You're not going to spread COVID this way.
No, I don't think you will. You'll walk into walls and whatnot, but that's okay.
So why did you bring that up?
It was the umbrella one that had me a little concerned, or the yeah.
So there were a couple of
you might have to work on it.
I've been working on ideas.
Yeah, okay.
And that one, I think that one, the party mask is about as good as. I mean, who knew we were doing the right thing all along? I started doing the right thing in college.
Do you still do the right thing? Sure. You just happen to have that lampshade laying around, so something tells me he still does it. So. You got Kristen to say "oh my" several times now.
Can I show off my mask now that we've done it?
Which one?
We'll sort of ruin the mask show.
Yeah, don't ruin the mask show.
I will show you I had a birthday not too long, and my sister gave me a new birthday shirt because I'm 60. 60. Yeah. But look at that, 60-year-old adventurer. And still awesome.
Yeah, that's a loving sister who does that for you.
Who lies to you about to build up your ego.
That's right. Well,
thank you for that.
What a sweet one.
I got lots of presents actually for my birthday, but that was one that I just got.
Kathy knew you were going to put on a point. People who know you just know you.
No, that wasn't a pointed hat. That's a different idea.
Okay. But it was semi-pointed. I wasn't know if it's going to be duct tape across your nose and mouth. Yeah.
Good one. Duct tape is good for anything. I hadn't even thought of that one.
You have to shave before you can do that one.
Duct tape mask.
I could maybe do that.
In an emergency, that'd be a good.
Yeah. Okay.
You'd have to use some coffee filters or something.
Yeah, to keep you from sticking to your face.
Or just like socks. A sock with duct tape would be. That's perfect. That'll work.
He's going to kill us all.
That's like double masking. Right? You should use masking tape. That's why they call it masking tape.
Duct tape, you wouldn't be able to breathe. You'd have no oxygen coming in.
All right. Well, you send in your ideas
Yes.
for masks.
And we'll try them out.
And we're gonna have a whole masking show.
Okay. Like just things you can make that are hanging around your house.
Yeah.
Or
everybody's gone to all this trouble to get masks. So we have masks in. Everyone has lampshades all over their house.
Again,
I do admit it's hard to see.
I was just going to say again.
But lots of times you're just sitting there. So if you're in the house and you're just sitting there, you might as well have a lampshade on your head.
I get it. Okay.
Have you ever had a lampshade on your head? There you go. But he has. It's more natural than a mask. All right. I think that's a show for this week. Do you think it is?
I think it's a show.
You guys have anything? Oh, I forgot to put the news up. Oh, what's wrong with me? We did all this work on the news, and I do want you to go over and take a look at our website, Uniquely the Same, spelled out. Uniquely the Same. Uniquely is a hard word to spell. UNIQUELY. Uniquely the Same. .org/news. And we have a news feed there that we've started. And it's going to only improve. But I would encourage you to start to bookmark that page and start to go there first for your news. There's actually going to be really good curated news there. And you're seeing some of them here at the bottom, which are showing some of those articles. But on the news site itself, you can click on that. And bam, you see the original article.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's a lot of work went into that.
Plus, we got some pictures and things, and it's gonna, for a couple of weeks, we're still gonna be like working on it. Like if something broke today on it, and because it's very complicated, there's a lot of technology behind the scenes on it to curate all these nice articles. But there really is no place. I think I probably said this over the last couple of weeks, but there really is no place to go to get disability news in the United States in particular. And there is no place that differentiates news from opinion, from blogs, from technology. And so we're going to build out a page that has different categories of things that you can look at. So right now it's just a news feed where you go on there and it's just a whole string of articles. But I'll bet you anything, if you went there and you scrolled down through them, you'd find some that are interesting to you.
Janet Fager made it. She says, sorry she's late, but she's here.
Yeah, no problem, Janet. You can play back. We tried to be funnier than first graders today.
I think we...
And failed, but maybe you can. Maybe, Janet, you can be personally.
We're counting on you, Janet.
We're counting on the rest of the people who will watch the recorded version. So. I think that's sort of our story for the week.
Okay.
You think so?
Yeah, let's come back next week, though.
Yeah, we're gonna have an even better show next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, funnier jokes, better sayings.
We
might even try to be funnier than a second grader next time.
Now you're just getting silly.
I always like to say that I've been learning to play chess, and I'm at the point now where I can pretty regularly beat first graders. Not all of them, of course, but a lot. Most
that day
6-year-olds.
You were so happy that you won, and I said, how old was the person you're playing? You said 6.
Yeah. Most 6-year-olds, I can at least play toe-to-toe.
Good job.
I'm terrible. I'm just not good at chess. That's the bottom line.
Keep working at it.
I'm working on it. Yep. It's fun distraction. We're glad you stopped by tonight. And always, we'd love for you to come back every week and hang out with us. It's a good place to make friends. We're counting on you to be talking with each other in the chat, even when we're not involved, because we get distracted with looking for a picture or whatever. And we want you to be interacting with one another, and we want to give more and more opportunities to do that and to grow that out. Right. We've along the way, we've also said we'd like to put some trips together where we're like hanging out together and going into different regions, and just enjoying it. Like we played with the idea of doing a accessibility audit,
Yes.
where we go to different places and check out the accessibility and film ourselves at different places. So
Well, COVID's not going to last forever, so
no,
we'll be out.
and the weather's broken here, and even in the north, so it's starting to feel like you can get outside more easily. There you go.
There you go.
I think we're all done.
Okay.
Henry's still with us, saying good night.
Mhm.
Good night to you too, Henry. Nice to have you back this week. Really appreciated you checking things out last week on a number of technologies. So we're still chewing on some of that and figuring out how we're going to put that to work. But for tonight, that's it. We always like to close the same way, as a reminder that I'm uniquely the same. You're uniquely the same. Together, we can change the world. We will see you next week.
Bye now.
Oops, I gotta have the right window open. Hit my button there. Nope, that didn't work either. One more time.
The third time is a charm.
Bye.